Thanks for taking the time to share a challenge that you and your board have been taking. Now, let's dig in and explore a little bit about how the 90-day nonprofit diagnosis can help your particular situation. Now, if you find that your organization has trouble coming up with enough revenues or memberships, if you find that your board's vision is often greater than its means, you're not alone. You see, a lot of boards are having a difficult time developing innovative ways to raise revenues, increase memberships, or even to renew memberships, sponsorships, and donations. Growing donations, sponsorships, and cultivating memberships, as well as renewing all of them in the context of what prospective members and donors expect, has simply evolved over the years. And a lot of the times, it's hard for board members to know where and how they can add value, especially when raising money can seem like a daunting prospect. For example, are they expected to open up their Rolodexes? Do they have to get on the phone and beg people or harass people for money and their colleagues, their competitors, or their suppliers to become members? For staff, it's equally challenging. How do you develop a scalable strategy that will keep revenues growing and show measurable progress to the board? And let's be frank, most people are at least a little bit nervous about raising money. But without a great strategy to raise money, nonprofits can flounder. Now, you may have seen a number of my trainings online on how I took a nonprofit trade association from 3 to 36 partners, raising over $525,000 in just 2.5 years. But if you really want to get to the bottom of your revenue and membership challenges, a more in-depth process is truly necessary. The 90-day nonprofit turnabout to growing your revenues is an interactive, facilitated strategic process that diagnoses the single biggest roadblock to more revenues and memberships in the next 90 days, even if you feel that you've been stuck. The 90-day nonprofit turnabout to growing revenues is a 12-week one-on-one coaching process that works out to 4 steps. Here's what you get. Step 1, assets. We work out clearly and establish your assets your organization has that would be of interest to potential sponsors, donors, and members. Step 2, feedback. We go out to a sampling of past and prospective sponsors, donors, and members to get feedback on their perceived value of their offerings and what they would perceive as valuable beyond what we have already brainstormed. Step 3, we build your prospect list and amend or build out your assets, preparing us to go out to market. And 4, sales. We build or review your prospect CRM and begin going out to market, presenting the offer to potential sponsors, donors, and members. And I'm with my clients to coach them on the conversations that they need to have as well. Are you ready to feel like your organization is moving forward again? If memberships and revenues are down, if your board is at a state where it feels it's stuck, or despite your best efforts or intentions, plans are really never ever fully realized, well, there's a good chance that it's time to review your outlook on raising money and memberships, as well as renew it or completely overhaul it. So again, here's what you get in our 90-day nonprofit turnaround diagnosis in raising revenues. An in-person 12-week coaching process with myself where I work with you and or your board through all the practical elements of what good strategy means in your organizational context and how it relates to growing revenues and memberships. Look, you don't need a high-priced management consultant. You need practical advice that can be applied to your situation today. And that's what this gives you. So let me ask you a question. If all of these resources did was finally get you on a path to clarity, would it be worth it? If all of this did was get you unstuck, would it be worth it? If all of this did was give you a step-by-step strategy to growing your revenue so you could actually make a difference, would it be worth it? If all of these resources did was change the dynamic in your organization, getting you out of the weeds and addresses the challenges where you might just be weak, would it be worth it? If all of these resources did was move your board even just one step closer to having the funds so you can actually realize a project of the board, would it be worth it? If all of these resources did was give you enough hope to you and your board colleagues that things can actually get done, and as a result, help even just one more of who your mission sets out to help, would it be worth it? If all of these resources did was move your organization one step further to recruiting a new member or donor or two, would it be worth it? Well, I certainly hope so. So here's the deal. I'm going to make you a very special offer, but you have to take action now. At the end of this message, you'll be presented with a button in the frame of this video to get onto a no obligation discovery call, where we can decide if this even makes sense for you at all in your board. But our special rate is only available to those who take up this opportunity and schedule a call now. Okay, now before we close this up in this video, is it okay if I over-deliver and sweeten the pot just a little? If you sign up today for a no-risk discovery call and leave your email at the bottom of the form to come at the end of this video, I'll even give you a special invitation-only access to a video tutorial series dealing with the 3 basic bottlenecks nonprofit boards face. Now, you have 2 choices. You can do nothing and not take this challenge, which admittedly is 100% risk-free, or you can pony up and invest just a small amount of your time compared to all the value you're going to receive and just give it a shot to find out what this is all really about. But isn't all the time you invest in nonprofit service and your impact worth gambling just a few minutes of your time to check out this, which if it does even half of what I've claimed, will pay for itself as soon as you are at your next board meeting? After all, we can just start this off with a no obligation discovery call. I can't wait to hear about your results. I can't hear and see your aha moments. I can't wait to meet you as well. Okay, so click on the bottom to appear on the bottom of this video to schedule a call now.